Hola, mi nombre es Aristedes Escobar Cruz, y esta es mi historia. Even though I had like instability moving around a lot as a child, one of the biggest stabilities I had was my pediatrician. And it was nice to have like a white collar role model. Her name is Dr. Ismari. She's a little short Egyptian physician who always listened to me, believed in me, really sparked that interest, and she'd let me use her stethoscope and just understand the whole thing. And it was just nice being heard, and I realized, okay, I can see how she evokes so much love from her patients. Her office is just riddled with photos, and just giving that kind of help back, I was like, with my curiosity and just my nature, it just seemed to align perfectly, and here I am. One thing that I really was concerned about when applying to medical schools, one was my MCAT. I had to take my MCAT twice, which was something that I knew could potentially happen because I took my SAT twice. It's just a challenge that you're not ready for. Standardized testing is very difficult. A lot of people might have anxiety. It wasn't for me anxiety, it was just more preparing correctly. With help, I found my groove and what I needed to do. One thing that I didn't think was a big deal, but it actually was, it was reading. I think reading is incredibly important, and nowadays with technology just being such a forefront in our generation, my generation, and those coming before, after us, the importance of reading, especially in standardized testing, in critical thinking and comprehension, is something that's not going to go away. No matter if AI advancements, no matter how much technology advances, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a professional in some sort of academia, you have to learn how to read and comprehensively think. And I think if I could go back and do anything again, I would love to have just put down the internet for a bit and just read. That would have helped so much tremendously in my MCAT, because I took my MCAT twice, not because of the science part, but because of the reading section, because I couldn't read. My brain was taking too long to process information. So if I could go back, I'd pick up a book. In general, I wanted a city. I wanted people, the zebras that we would say that you don't really see in like community hospitals. I wanted to see patients that I would really learn and that really need the care, and then that just makes you a better physician. I wanted a diversity not only in the patient population but in the staff as well. Out of all the schools that I interviewed with, Maryland was the most diverse, and it's just important because the mentorship, when you see people that look like you or come from similar backgrounds, there's just a different type of connection that you'll be able to do it, because they were once in your steps and they didn't have mentorship. I wouldn't want to be in the position they were, so I wanted to be in a school where I could at least have that kind of like second generation feel that I desperately didn't have being a first generation student. And of course, finances. I wanted a school that would be able to give me a scholarship. It's money at the end of the day is still very important. A well-renowned school. There's research opportunities, just all of that. I think having LMSA and building the community and having the Latinos come in, I think it's just a natural thing. You end up wanting to be people that are like you. And there's not many Latino doctors, and you take pride in that. It's only, I think, 3% male, 3% female, and also same thing for African Americans, the same statistics. You want to see each other succeed. Something that's really different that I didn't expect from medical school is the delayed gratification. It's something that will be a weight on your shoulders. It's a shadow. I come from a background of having 2 jobs since I was 14, paying for my own things in college, paying my tuition, research, everything. So I always had kind of gratification every 2 weeks or something, and I knew that I was progressing. And then you get to medical school, and then you're like, this is just the beginning of a very long journey. If you think the goal is becoming a doctor, and I had to change the perspective of what is the small gratification that I could have now so that I'm present in this whole experience. So the delayed gratification is very difficult, especially if you have dreams of, providing for your family, or at least for me, I always thought I was gonna be the breadwinner. I always thought I was gonna be the one to take my mom out of the situation we're in. But at a certain point, you go, okay, it's not coming right now. And are you loving what you're doing? Yes, you're loving what you're doing. Okay, this is gonna have to be on the back burner. And your family is gonna tell you it might be okay, or you still might feel that pressure, but it's really for you to be grounded. Enjoy the journey, that delayed gratification is not going to go anywhere. Hopefully I'll start getting a paycheck in residency and I'll feel a little bit better about the situation. But yeah, it's tough, the delayed gratification. Having the ability to just ask myself, what do you really want? Is this what you want? Not being so hard on myself, trying to learn how to love myself has been the most beautiful part about this whole experience. And just being able to validate that when I go to the hospital and I'm with patients, that I do feel like a doctor. A lot of my classmates will say, "Oh, we're not doctors yet." But I don't come with that kind of energy. I come in the morning and go, "I'm here, I'm a doctor," because I want to manifest it and do that. So having the ability to be resilient, learning to love myself, and learning to grow and be confident as a future physician has been the most beautiful part. And I'm slowly like peeling the skin of this kid that I had to work so hard and that everything was going to be taken away from me, to going like, you can build your life now with whatever you have. You just have to take a breath, and you can make it. The biggest advice I could give to you is really find out if this is what you want for yourself. At the end of the day, this is going to be your life and your career and your profession, and it's going to be very difficult. There's going to be times you're going to come home, you're not going to eat, and you go straight to bed. You're going to spend a lot of time studying, endless hours. It's a self-sacrifice, and you might not be around your family, and you're just going to have to grind for so long, and it's not an easy thing. A lot of us don't have easy lives, and then you get into something that's so difficult like medical school, and you're in this kind of cycle of working hard. I just want to make sure that you know that this is for you. Explore other career paths, explore other things in medicine, and see if you, after exploring those, you come back to medicine, because it is very fruitful, but it's also going to be very hard. But I wish you the best of luck. If you can, you will, and I believe in you. So I'm sending you the biggest blessings and the best of luck, and you got this.